Now for question number 3, there is no need to actually find the quadratic equation because we don't know the actual values of the root. We'll not be able to find out. So we have to determine which of the following can be a possible quadratic equation. So obviously the method should be trial and error. So I look at every equation, every quadratic equation that is given in the options, and we'll find out the possibility of the roots lying between 4 and 5 and the other root lying between 7 and 8. Okay. Now the logic here that I will use will be, since one of the roots is lying between 4 and 5 and the other root is lying between 7 and 8. So I can say that the range of the sum of the roots will be, so the minimum value, it should be above 4 plus 7, that is 11. Okay, so this can be the minimum value of the sum of the roots, and it can go up till 5 plus 8, that is 13. Okay, so sum of the roots should lie in the range of 11 up till 13, right? Fine. So this is one thing that can be said about the sum of the roots. Now talking about the product of the roots, the minimum value of the product of the root should be above 4 into 7, that is 28, and it should be below 5 into 8, that is 40. So this will be the range for the product of the roots, right? Now I'll check the sum of the roots and the product of the roots for every equation separately, and we'll find out which of the equations can be eliminated, right? So the sum should lie between 11 and 13, and product should lie between 28 and 40. So let me write the sum and the product of the roots for each of these equations. Now, sum of the roots is minus b upon 2a. So for the first equation, it will be, sorry, minus b upon a is the sum of the roots. I'll write it minus b upon a, and product of the roots is c upon a. So sum of the roots, which is minus b upon a, that is minus 23 upon 2. Okay. Now this is negative. The sum of the roots should be positive, so it cannot be the answer. So I will not check for the product of the roots. Sum of the roots का range क्या था? It should be between 11 and 13. Okay, so that means it should be positive. But the first equation is giving me a negative value for the sum of the roots, which can be eliminated. Okay, now for second equation, the sum of the roots is minus b upon a, that is minus 12 upon 1, which is once again a negative value for the sum of the roots, and it can be again eliminated. Now let's move on to the third equation. Now the third equation is minus of minus 12 divided by 1. So the sum of the roots is 12, which is lying in the range that I require. Okay. So for this equation, I will check the product of the roots. Now the product of the root should lie between 28 and 40. Okay. So in this case, the product of the roots is c upon a, which is minus 51 upon 1. Again, it is giving me a negative value, but I need a positive product of the roots. So this option C can also be eliminated. I'm left with only one option, option D, and that should be the correct answer. But let us check for this one. So the sum of the roots is 23 upon 2, which is 11.5, lying in the range. And the product of the roots is 60 divided by 2, that is 30, which is again lying in the range. So the correct answer should be option D. And yes, it is the correct answer. So once again, this was an easy question which must be attempted at the time of the actual paper. Okay.